Hello, everybody. Happy hump day. Who's in the building? You know how we do. Represent your set. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Don't mind my background today. Yes, I'm in the office. Nobody else is here, but there's like some work being done in my apartment, so I had to get out of it until I came to the office. But I'm being safe and stuff, so don't worry. How's everybody doing today? Good? All right. So today we are going to do a fun recipe. Selenium has, somebody's like, what? You at the office? Yes, ma'am. Don't kill me. I'm by myself. I got masks and everything like this. Hello. How are you? Um, Good. Hey, everybody. So you don't even go to the office when outside is open. This is true. Hello. um yeah, so today we're going to have everybody saying, hey y'all, now tell me where y'all from. Tell me where you tuning in from. Today we're going to look at like one of the new features in Selenium 4. So Selenium 4 is in alpha mode, it's not officially released yet, but I've been playing around with it and doing just some poking around and some exploration. This is my hey Tamo. Okay, Canada in the building. North Carolina, Ireland, DC. I saw New York somewhere. Manchester, Portugal, maybe. Yes, Portugal, Mexico, Ireland with the elbow cough, loving the elbow cough. Venezuela, but living in Chile right now. Cool. Hello. Texas in the building. Okay, Claire. This should be fun for you. Today's exercise should be fun for you. Argentina, we got New Jersey, we got Georgia, we got Russia in the building. My Niger fam is in the building. Denver, Oregon. Okay, India is here. Hello. Leeds, where is Leeds? In the UK? Leeds in the building. California, I know how to party. Hometown in the building. Okay, we got Germany. Hello. Catalan with his new pick. Hello. LA in the building. Hello, everybody. Much love. Okay, Romania's here and everybody's here. Good. We got the whole crowd in the building. Okay, so today we're going to our recipe. We're going to look at one of the new features from Selenium 4. So I actually looked at like one of the features from Selenium 4. So again, Selenium 4 is like still being worked on. It's in alpha mode right now. I looked at relative locators, so I wrote a blog post about that a couple of months ago. So definitely check that out if you want to learn more about relative locators. But today I want to look at doing some stuff with Chrome DevTools protocol. So Chrome DevTools protocol, or CDP, Selenium is giving us new access. Okay, it's getting real dark in here. Do some motion for me, John. That's my husband, y'all, not a coworker. So I'm not breaking any social distancing rules. But the light went out in the office. No, just do this. You should be able to just do the motion. There we go. All right. Sorry. Everybody's saying hey to you, Johnny. Okay, so yeah, CDP, Chrome DevTools protocol. So now you can do like cool stuff within your code to like edit stuff in Chrome DevTools. So I want to see if we can do, from our code, we are going to change our geolocation, because this now opens up like a whole new avenue for how we can test our code. Like sometimes our site presents different information, based on our location or our time zone, or, the language we have it in or whatever. So to be able to have control of that now from within our test is amazing. So that's what we're going to look at today. All right. So this is what happened with the light when you're not used to going to office for real. I'm really not used to going to office for real. Like, don't tell the people at Athlete Tools, but like sometimes I come back from a trip, like I've been gone 2 or 3 weeks, and I come back to my desk. I come in, I want to just say hello to people, show my face, let them know I still work here, and I come in and my chair is not at my desk, and I get so upset. I'm like, that is, if you want to like get on my nerves, take my chair from my desk. I'm like ready to flip this whole building over. So I just like go around like, who stole my chair? Like real loud and obnoxious. So now I have like stickers on my chair so that I know which one is my chair, All right. So let's go look at how we can change some stuff. So I'm going to change to sorry y'all, we gotta take a moment to celebrate Sonu. So Sonu is saying, I'm from India. Thanks for creating the learning platform in the form of Test Automation University. Finally, I am in the top 100. So everybody clap it up for Sonu. Congratulations on being in the top 100. That's amazing, because another little secret. Y'all get the tea when you come to my live streams, child. So we're about to hit 50,000 users on Test Automation University. Don't tweet that yet, because once it hits, I want it to be like boom or whatever. But yeah, in a couple of days we should hit that, and we're cooking up like some fun celebrations for that. So be on the lookout. All right, so I'm going to change my screen, and we're going to go. Let's see, share whole screen. Let's move this. All right, great. Boom. Okay, so we are going to go shopping. Let's go to Old Navy. Old Navy. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Okay, so here it's asking if it wants my location. I'm gonna say yes. And once it has my location, notice here that it's showing me stores that are nearby me. So my office is in San Mateo. So, it's showing me some things that are close to there, some other little cities in California or whatever, right? So we're going to, since a lot of us are locked in the house or are supposed to be locked in the house, we're going to take a little trip. We're going to go to Austin, Texas. So shout out to the people who are on the stream from Texas. But I want to basically change the geolocation. So if I were to do this manually in Chrome DevTools, you get here by going to like this ... right here to get some more things. And then you can get there 2 ways, like more tools and sensors, or we can do run command and get there as well. So let's just do more tools and sensors. And notice here you see the geolocation. So you can change this to like whatever you want. So Berlin, these are the ones that are already populated. Austin I added. Let's delete Austin so I can show you how to add it back yourself. So we can do manage, and then you can delete any of these. So let me delete this one. All right. So if I were to choose like a location, I could choose any of these, or if I wanted to add my own, I can do other, right? And so now I want, oh no, not other. Maybe that's wrong. Do manage and then add location. Okay. And so they want like, what's the location name? So we'll put Austin there. And then they want the latitude and longitude, which I have no idea what that is. So we need to go find out what that is. And then the time zone ID, I'm looking at these other ones to get like um, an example. So it looks like it would be US, and then maybe, I think this is Central Time Zone in Austin. All right. Now let's go find the latitude and longitude. If you want to find it for any location, I'm just going to go to Maps, Google Maps, and let's put in Austin. Yep, Austin, Texas. And when you do this, the URL here, notice this. It has the latitude and longitude here. So I'm just going to copy this and place it inside of here. So here's the latitude, and then longitude. Let's go ahead and put that over there as well. Okay, and then let's say add. And now we have Austin here. All right, so we want to change to that Austin now. Let me put this on the side. All right. Oops, I closed it. So that's a fine opportunity to show you how to get here the other way. So there we go. So geolocation, we're going to choose Austin. All right. Now notice this URL already has the latitude and longitude that it detected from me there. So really I could cheat this site, but your application probably won't work that way, right? So I'm just going to refresh this now that we are in Austin. And yes, now look at the location. So when it detected my location, it detected the like fake mocked one that we put here. All right. So this whole thing is kind of what we want to automate using the new functionality in Selenium 4. All right. Claire is showing us some celebration things because we are now in her town of Texas, or her state of Texas. All right. We came to visit you, Claire, with our mask on. We want to go shopping. All right. Okay. So now that we have that, let's go to the code. Let's write some code for this. So I'm inside of the project. I'm just going to make a new folder here. So we'll say geolocation, and the new class location test maybe. All right. So I'm going to extend from base test. And for those who this is your first stream, this is like an ongoing type of project kind of thing. So we have base test here, which does nothing except sets up our WebDriver, and that's it. That's all it does. And so we'll need to like launch the website and everything in our test. All right, so we're going to make a test here, and we'll say avoid go shopping in Austin. Yeah. Last week we went to Beverly Hills with the zip code deserialization of JSON objects and stuff. So this week we're going shopping in Austin. Okay, so let's see. The first thing we need to do, the browser is launched already. We haven't gone to the site, so I want to jump straight into like executing, updating the geo in the browser before I actually go to the URL. All right. So we're going to say driver dot, and there's a new method in Selenium 4 called get cd something, and we don't see it here. And the reason we don't see it here, I do have Selenium 4, so let me show you that much because that's one of the ingredients for the recipe. So notice here, I do have Selenium 4 Alpha 5 is what we're using. So we definitely have that. You need that in order to do this. But in our base test, notice that our object is a WebDriver, and that's the type, but we're instantiating it as a Chrome driver. All right. And so Chrome driver is basically like a subclass of WebDriver, which is why we could do this. But of course, all of these Chrome DevTool type functionality is going to be in the Chrome driver class, not the WebDriver class. So we need to change the type here to Chrome driver and be more specific. Now that we have this, we should be able to see the method now. Yes, so now we see some new things here. And this is what it's called, not get. It's called, there is this get DevTools. That's not where it is, surprisingly. And maybe we'll do some future recipes because I definitely want to explore like what we could do with that. But today we're going to focus on this execute CDP command, and CDP is Chrome DevTools protocol. All right. So looking at the signature here, it looks like this takes the command name and it takes some parameters in the form of a map. All right. So given that, like, who knows what that means? So we need to go learn about the CDP and what commands are even available to us. So we're going to go back to our browser, and let's go to, there's a page, Chrome DevTools. Yes, Chrome DevTools protocol is what you want to look for. I'll put all of the stuff that we talk about today in a blog post so that you're able to find them. Okay, so this Chrome DevTools protocol has like gobs of information here. All I know is I want to do something with the geolocation. So we're just going to search for geo and see what we have here. All right. So we have a clear geolocation override and we have a set geolocation override. And same thing. One is under emulation. One is under page. I don't know what the difference is between this. Let's look at page. Aha. We see that page is deprecated. So that, process of elimination, we know we don't want that one. So I must want this emulation.set geolocation. All right, so great. So this would be my command then, this emulation.set geolocation override, and my parameters would be these things, latitude, longitude, and accuracy. All right, so let's grab this and this will be our command, right? And now we need parameters in the form of a map. So let's create a map here. So we'll say map params. We'll just call it params. Yes. Okay. Equals map of. Map of is like relatively new, Java 9-ish, I think. Come to I'm having a talk tomorrow. For anybody who doesn't know, I told y'all about this last week. Let me see if I can put the link in the chat. Sorry for getting sidetracked. But let's go to Twitter. Twitter. It's a new non-incognito window. So if I go to Twitter and go through all my noise, yes, here it is. So come to this talk. I'm going to talk about like all of my favorite new features from Java. And it's tomorrow at 11 Pacific time. If you can't make that, still register. Because, and let me paste this in the chat if I can, because then you'll be sent the video of the recording, even if you can't make it. All right. So I pasted that link in the chat. All right, cool. So back to what we were doing. So now we need latitude, longitude, and accuracy. So it says these things are optional, but it also says if you omit any of them, then the position is going to be available or the location is going to be available. So let's not do that. Let's make sure we put all three. So latitude, this map of, you can just do key. So that's latitude followed by value. So let's go back and get that value from um, here. So here's our latitude. Right? And then we can do another key value pair, longitude. This is dope to be able to like create this map all within one thing. Because if you remember, if you used to use maps like prior to 9, you would have to write separate statements for every entry. All right, so here is our, is this right? Is longitude first? Hold on. Latitude first, then longitude. Okay. So we're right. All right. And this accuracy, I'm going to be very honest. I have no idea what this means. And I searched, I searched high and low. Like, I know what accuracy means, of course, but I don't know like what the value here is supposed to be. Like, what's the range of acceptable values? I don't know. So I know when I put 0, it doesn't work. And when I put 1, it works. And when I put like 100, it works. So I don't know if it's like a Boolean thing. I have no idea. If anybody knows, tell me in the chat so I can learn something new today. All right. So we have our command name, and now we also can pass in our params. All right. So boom, just like that, with this like, I guess two statements technically. We could even like toss this inside of here to make it 1 or whatever. But this is all that's needed to basically override the geolocation within the browser, within Selenium. I think this is pretty slick. Like, I'm thinking of all kind of tests that I can do with certain applications that rely on this sort of thing. So I think that's dope. All right. So now we want to actually go to that page. So we'll say driver dot, and you can do 2 things here. So I can do a driver dot get, since I haven't technically went to the page yet. If you are already within your application and then you want to change it, you can do something like navigate dot to. That way, you know, you're already there and you're just kind of saying navigate or go to this URL. All right. So let's grab the URL for the stores without the latitude and longitude. And boom, now we go to the page. All right. So let's just do this much. Let's execute this much and make sure that we aren't getting too excited and it actually works. All right. So we're going to say run this. Oh, no, we're going to say debug it so that we can see what's going on. All right. So we're nowhere, right? And now I'm going to say, yes, go to that URL. And we're there, and notice that, yep, gosh, this is annoying. Yep, it sees that we're in Texas, right? So I want to just kind of make this a test. So I'm going to make sure that everything here actually has Texas in it. Right, so let's see if we can find a locator here. Let's make this bigger. All right, so I want to basically get this. And of course, it's in a div with no identifiers. All of you developers on the stream, one way to make your your application more testable or test automatable is to provide some identifiers so that we can verify things we need to verify, right? Okay. So anyway, let me, if I scroll here, at least I have a class. Classes are not my favorite identifiers because they're for styling and they can change. IDs would be wonderful here, devs. But anyway, so I have this class, so I can say maybe find us all of the address classes. How many of those? Is that all of? Yeah. All right, that looks great. So maybe I say find us the address class and get the text inside of there or something like that. Let's see it. Let's see what we can do with this. Because if I get the text inside of this address div, there's two more divs there, but I should be able to get all of this and just make sure that this Texas piece is there, I think. All right. So let's give that a whirl. We're going to say, and don't judge me, I'm going to put the code right here because I don't feel like making a new page just for this demo, a new class. When I make the blog post, I'll like make this clean and proper. So don't go telling everybody like Angie doesn't use page object models or something. All right, so we're going to say, we want to find all of them. So we're going to say, look at this too. So I don't know if this came in Selenium 4, but these things here, it used to just be find element or find elements, right? But now it seems like they added these, the buys right there on the method so that you don't have to do that, which is pretty nice. So I'm going to say find elements by class name, and we'll give it that address thing. So this is going to give me a list with all of those web elements, right? So we want to make sure at least something came back, because remember, before I gave them access to my geo stuff, this was just nothing. It was just ... So if it doesn't know where I am, it's not going to show anything. So I want to make sure like that something is there. So I'm just going to say assert true addresses dot size is greater than 0. Let's give it a little message in case it fails. So no address is found. And this is from JUnit, so I'm just going to import that. All right. And then I want to make sure that every thing that we have actually contains that Texas part. So let's say addresses dot string. Yeah. All right. So let's say string. And then we're going to say all match. Yeah, all match. And we need to give it a predicate. So we can say all match, basically every address. Get the text. Yes. Contains. Yes. And then we can say, what does it contain? So let's put that Texas piece in there. So if we go back over here, we want maybe this, not the 7, but the comma and the space in the Texas makes me feel confident. Yeah. All right. So we want to make sure that every one of these addresses that we found, like when we did it manually, was 9. It could be more. It could be 10. That's why I'm not hard coding this. I don't care how many is back. I just care that something came back and that every one of them there actually is within Texas. That's what I care about. So I don't want to hard code like a number, because you never know. They close stores, they open stores, whatever. So let's put this in an assertion. This thing returns a Boolean. So let's say assert true. And let's give it a message. So we'll say Um, uh, some addresses listed or not in Texas. All right. So let's stop the run that we have now, and then let's run this again. While I'm running this again, if anybody has questions, go ahead and post in the chat. And shall we do a debug again? Sure, why not? Let's do this. All right, great. So we see that we got 8 addresses back. And if I look here, let's make sure that it's really 8. Whoever, if somebody knows somebody work at Old Navy in the engineering department, tell them this does not make me want to buy anything. It's like very annoying. Okay, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I can just go down. Yeah, 8. Okay, great. So there are 8 of them. Perfect. And I hope all of them have, I don't know if this will show us. No, this won't show us the text. But I think all of them had texts. Let's just run it and see. And it passed. Okay, voila. So, great. I think that's it, right? So we basically changed the geolocation using this execute CDP command. This is not in the Java docs yet of the Selenium project. Selenium is open source, so I'm not going to rag on them. If anybody has some bandwidth and wants to add it, feel free to do so. And it's still in alpha mode or whatever. Okay. All right. So somebody is asking me about Kotlin. What's the question? I don't know what this question means. This is Java, not Kotlin. And I get annoyed when people like keep telling me to do Kotlin. So I hope that's not what you're doing. I love Java, right? So I'm not going to abandon the ship. Oh, that's a can of worms. Okay, I don't know what this person is saying, child. Okay. So let's just break it, right? Let's break it and make sure it doesn't still work. So what if we said Mark is in the building from Chicago. Hello, Mark. If I can get to your comment. Yes. All right. So let's put Chicago in here. Chicago is in Illinois. So I kept the Austin geo, but we're going to just make sure that the test fails when it's supposed to fail. So let's run it again. Don't trust your test if it passes the first time. Like, you might be just that good, but sometimes code lies to you and it's not doing exactly what you're expecting it to do. So I like to make sure that my test fails when it's supposed to fail before I actually trust it. And this little goofy message, don't worry about that. Just ignore that. Like, it's something with the latest version of Chrome. Everybody's experiencing it. Okay, yeah, some addresses are not in text. Great. So we know, and my mother is calling me right now. I should put her on the stream because she is hilarious, child. But we won't do that today. Okay, so we know our test passes when it's supposed to. We know it fails when it's supposed to. We're using the execute CDP commands. Let's see. I had some more links. No, just that Chrome DevTools links, and yeah, and I showed you how to do it manually. All right, so let's go to some questions here. So how is it different from using the latitude and longitude directly in the URL? So on the site that we're using, Old Navy, yes, you can definitely add those as parameters, and that would have been much easier to do. But unfortunately, none of us work for Old Navy, so we're unable to do that. Most of our applications don't have parameters that just, read it from there. Instead, it might read it from the browser, or, when you go to things like weather.com, for example, it detects your location, is able to show you the weather for that location. So this is where that might be helpful for cases like those. All right. The name of your code editor. So I'm using IntelliJ by JetBrains, and I'm using the community edition, which is free to use. We are Java lovers. That is correct, Larry. Thank you. Look at your young lambda. Yeah, we got a little lambda going in here. So this came in Java 8. So most people are on Java 8, so you at least have that much to use. I'll show you again in that webinar tomorrow some of the newer features. But yeah, I could rock with a good Lambda. Hello. What is the version of the Java that you are using usually? I am a developer advocate, so I am fortunate enough that I do whatever I want to do, and I'm not locked down to a specific product's JVM. So I'm currently using the latest version of Java, which is Java 14. And for those who want to use Java 14 and you struggled with me last week to get the doggone version set up, I figured out there was one more spot we needed to change. So in this project structure, we changed the project to 14 and we changed the SDK to 14, but we needed to also go to this modules piece. That's 3 spots plus another spot in settings. So 4 spots that we have to go to change it. So this is what I needed to do last week in order to get it running. What is Stream 90? I have no idea what's Stream 90. I don't know. Where did you get that from? I don't know. All right, cool. Are there any more questions about Selenium 4 or the execute CDP commands or anything like that? If not, I will let you all go. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Again, oh, okay, somebody asked this. All right, sorry. The Stream 90, they actually meant the parentheses. They forgot to hold down the shift, I guess. Okay, so Stream will allow you to basically take this and, I don't know how to say stream without saying stream again. It basically is used to do some functional programming within Java. So instead of dealing with this address list and then looping through the list and seeing if each one has it and keeping all of that, I can turn this into a stream of resources. And with this stream of resources, I then can do all kinds of cool functional programming things like map or filter things out of here and all sorts of things. This is a new way to do kind of loop through it, so you can loop through those and all sorts of stuff. So this is one of the ones I'll go over too a little bit tomorrow in the webinar tomorrow. So again, that webinar is tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And let me get back on the web. Any other questions about the code before I go back to that? Okay. All right. So, hold on a second. How do I get back to my, here we go. All right. Hello again. Okay. So, sorry, somebody missed the whole thing. Let me see. Hold on. All right, more questions. Which dependencies are needed for this example project? You need just Selenium 4. That's it. So Selenium 4. Did we use anything else? We use JUnit just for the assertions. But for this piece, to be able to do this, you need Selenium 4. That's it. Okay. And then somebody says, sorry, I missed this. Will you be posting this as a blog post? Yes. So this is recorded. So you'll be able to see the entire video right after I stop the recording. And I'll write the blog post probably today or tomorrow. Okay. All right. Cool. Very nice. All right. So yes, tomorrow I am doing the webinar. Let's share my little. Okay, let's get my little tags popping, child. All right. Thank you to Apply Tools for sponsoring. Yes, so I'm doing a webinar tomorrow for Apply Tools, and it'll cover like some of my favorite features in Java, post Java 8. So definitely check that out. It's free to attend. And what else we got popping? I'll put the blog post for this, and you can just go to my site. For those who were interested in the relative locators, this is another feature from Selenium 4. I do have a blog post on angiejones.tech that goes over relative locators and how to use them. All right. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming. Somebody asked, am I using Maven or Gradle? I'm using Maven, but you can also use Gradle. Doesn't matter. All right. Hey, Michael. All right, everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow, right? For the webinar. Okay, cool. See, and if not, I'll see you next week for the next coding recipe. I don't know what we're cooking next week. If you have a request, then go ahead and send me a message and let me know, and I'll consider it. All right, bye. I'm going back to the house now where it's safe. See ya.